Okay, so this is a tutorial for the Revit material that we discussed earlier within the same model, which is a trailer model. And in here, I'm having a version for Revit 2024, and I used the installation file in order to install the plugin within Revit 2024. So the issue that we found, let us open the model, which is the provided model that is compatible with Revit 2024. So in here, let us zoom in and orbit and zoom out. Okay, now everything is set. Let's have a consistent color. Yeah, so here is the model that we were given that is compatible with Revit 2024, and here is the plugin. And let's run the plugin. First, as we discussed, we need to select the plugin, select the Revit instance loaded within our plugin, and then select the material that we need to apply. Before we do this, let us investigate the current material that this window type has. As we can see, it has various submaterials, and let us apply earth for all of these submaterials. Okay, and now that is applied, and we can see earth is now changed for all those submaterials. And one more thing to do, that okay, let us, with the same instance, let us change, for example, the glass panel from glass to any other material. So for this instance, we need to load it, and in here you can find all of the submaterials, and let us define glass to be, for example, aluminum, and let us hit apply submaterials. So it's updating the existing type to reflect the change that we intend to do with the glass panel. So visually, you can notice that we selected this instance and we applied the change into this instance. However, the change is also reflected to all the other types that share the same family, that share the same material. So if we loaded this instance one more time, you will find that this glass is changed from glass to aluminum. So as you can see, and in order to make sure this is also changed in here, and for this other type, we selected window casement double, and let us select this one, which is window double hung. You can see the glass panel material is changed from glass to aluminum, and the same thing visually can be detected in this instance. So let us try to update the all of the configuration that we have done. We were updating an existing type. So let us load this instance and change this particular one into, instead of aluminum, let's change to air and create a new type, and let's name it as, for example, Rami, and let us hit apply submaterial. So in here you can find that visually it is reflected, and if we select it one more time, you will find it a new type named as Rami, and it is different from this original type. If we take a look at the submaterials, you'll find it to be air instead of aluminum or glass. So yeah, that's it for the Revit 2024. 4. Let us proceed with 2025, but let's first close Revit, and then we need to install the other version, which is for Revit 2025. So here we are initializing Revit 2025, and okay, opening the model, the testing model, which is intended for 2025. Okay, still loading. Okay, let's maximize this one and zoom in here. Okay, let's center this one. And in here we can find the material manager, and here is the plugin for Revit 2025. And let's do the same thing. Let's examine the submaterials that exist in this instance, and we can see in here it's most of it aluminum, and the glass panel is from material glass. So let's change also. Let's load it first and select earth and apply this change. Okay. I think we can notice visually that the material within this type and the materials for this type are changed successfully to the earth. But let's make sure, and we can also make sure by loading the submaterial of this instance. You can see the old material in here is earth, and the same thing in here also in Revit type properties window. Let's undo this, and let's proceed with modifying this instance. Load, and let's proceed with modifying this instance from glass to be concrete, for example, precast concrete, and we are intending to update the existing type. And let's hit apply, and a lot of stuff are going on under the hood. So yeah, it keeps iterating into the instance which has the same material and change the glass material into concrete. And you can notice visually that the concrete material is changed throughout each type within category, window category. And if we can load this material, you can notice it's changed from glass to concrete precast. And let us make sure the same thing goes in here within the type properties window. Yeah, all of these glass material are changed. And let's do one more thing. Let's create a new type, and this new type could be also changed from glass to air. And let's create a new type which named as Rami, and let's load, yeah, and hit apply. And yeah, did I load? Okay. Yeah, in here you can find, yeah, everything just fine. In here you can find that Rami, a new type, is under the name Rami, and I'm pretty sure, did I select air? No, I didn't select air. Okay, let's select air. load, select, apply. Okay. Now we have Rami1, of course, it added a suffix because we are using the same name. However, the concept is the same. In here in this new type, you can find, yeah, it added a suffix one, and a new type is created with air material in glass panel in it. So basically, that's it for applying the bulk material change for both Revit versions 24 and 25. Let me know if some clarifications are needed or something.